here's the sun. Happy Chinese New Year, 新年快乐. So this video is part 2 of this video, which is about how I scored 4 marks in my math exam and finally came out with A+ in my SPM math exam. So if you haven't checked out the first part of this video, go for it. Then only you'll come back to this video. Alright, so back to this video. So in part 1, the most important tip that we talk about is the reverse thinking method. So we use this method to check whether our answer is correct or not. So in this video, I will take some 2023 SPM Trial questions to be example to show you how can we apply that method into the questions to prove that our answer is correct. Alright, so as usual, don't forget to smash the like button below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get started. Alright, so now we'll look into 2023 SPM trial questions. So in this video, we'll go through 6 questions. So the first question here, the function f is defined as fx equal to 2x minus 4 for the domain 0 to 4. So whenever I see there's a function or there's an equation like this, I will always bracket it out. Why? Because for example, if we have an equation like this given in the question, sometimes I may left out the 4 at the back. So that's why I strongly suggest you to do a bracket like this so we won't make any careless mistake. Okay, so back to this. So now we have to find the inverse function. So super easy, like y equal to 2x minus 4. So y plus 4 over 2 will be x. So the inverse function will be x plus 4 over 2. So now how can we do the answer checking? So now, since we have fx equal to 2x minus 4, so we just randomly give x a value. So for example, if x equal to 2, fx will be, you substitute 2 in 2 and then you will get 0, right? So we will get this coordinate for fx. So for inverse function, we will get this coordinate, just the value. So now I will substitute 0 into x to see whether I can get 2. If I can get 2, that means my answer is correct. Okay, so f equal to 0 plus 2 over 2. Yes, we get 2. That means our answer is correct. So now the next question. Alright, so now given that this, find the value of this. So from here I can see that actually these 3 we can have the same base, which is 3. So 81 will be 3 power of 4 and 81 power of x. That means this power of x. And 2 for 3 will be 3 power of 5. Yes. And then from here I can find out what is the value of x, right? So 4x equal to 5 and x will be equal to 5 over 4. And then now I want to find the value of this, so I just substitute x into this. And then I will get the answer 27. So how can we do the answer checking? So in this case, I will check whether my x value is correct or not. So how can we do this? Super easy, just substitute this x value into this equation. So 81 power of and now what we want to see is whether the left hand side is equal to right hand side or not. So you press your calculator and you will find that yes, the left hand side is equal to right hand side. That means your x value is correct. So since this x value is correct, then as long as you substitute it correctly into this, then you will get the correct answer. Okay, so the next question. Solve the equation here. So the same thing, I can find that here we can have the same base, which is 2. So 2 for x equal to 2 power of 4 plus 2 for x minus 1. So I can see that here we got 4x and here we also have 4x. So I will put them together since they have the same element. So 2 for x minus 2 for x minus 1 equal to 2 for, okay. So now for this part is actually equal to 2 for x multiplied by 2 power of negative 1, right? Because multiple, that means we can add up these two together. So it will be 4x minus 1, right? Okay, so the rest will remain as the same, equal to 2 power 4. So now I can factorize this out, right? So 2 for x, 1 minus half will equal to 2 power 4. So 2 for x will equal to 2 power 5. 4x will equal to 5 and x will equal to 5 over 4. So now we already get the answer and we want to do the answer checking. Super easy, you just substitute this x value into this equation to see whether the left hand side is equal to right hand side or not. 2 power of 4, 5 over 4 equal to 16 power 2. So after you press your calculator, you will get 32 equal to 32. The answer is correct. Next, given the function fx and fgx, find gfx. Okay, so do the same thing, do the bracket. So now we know fx is here and then fgx is here. So from these two information, we can get what is gx first before we proceed to this. Fgx is equal to 2x plus 5 over x minus 2. 5x minus 2. Okay, so now I just substitute gx into this fx equation. So 3gx and then part plus 2 will be equal to this. 3gx equal to 2x plus 5 over x minus 2 minus 2, and then gx will be x plus minus 2. So this is the gx we found, and we want to use this gx to find this gfx. Gfx will be equal to, super easy, we just have to substitute this into this. Okay, so 3 over 3x plus 2 minus 2, and we will get the answer 1 over x. Whenever we see that there's x at the bottom of a fraction, we should do this. X is not equal to 1. In this question, it should be 0. Why? Because if 1 over 0, it will be undefined. Okay? So we don't want the bottom part to be 0. So remember, for example, if you find a fraction like this, 3x minus plus 2, and then the x is at the bottom part, so we have to state that x is not equal to what? So how to know this value? We just let the bottom part as 0, and then find out what is the value. Not equal to minus 3 over 2. Why? Because if x is this value, then the bottom part will be 0, then it will be undefined. Okay, so this is our answer. Now for the answer checking part, we have two methods to check. So the first method will be, since we have gx and we got gfx, so we can find out what is fx. And then we have to compare it with the fx given in the question to see whether they are same or not. So gfx that we found is 1 over x, right? So the same thing, gfx like this, equal to this, okay, and then 3 over x minus 2 equal to this, and then we'll find that fx is equal to 3x plus 2. Okay, so when we compare it, this and this is exactly the same. That means our answer is correct. Okay, so this is the first method. So the second answer checking method will be like this. We just draw a 1, 2, 3. So this will be x, and this will be fx, and this will be gx. So we want to find gfx. That means it is like this, gfx, right? Now we just randomly give x a value. For example, it's 2. If x is equal to 2, what is the value of fx? So you just have to substitute 2 into this equation here. So 3 plus we will get 8. So now we substitute 8 into the gx function, okay, which is 3 over 8 minus 2. We will get 1 over 2. So now the gf function that we found is this, gfx equal to 1 over x. We just have to substitute 2 into this equation to see whether we can get 1 over 2 or not. If yes, then our answer is correct. Substitute 2 into, yes, we get 1 over 2. So our answer is correct. So now the next question. Solve the equation of this 40 to 360. So I can do like this and then equal to like this. Okay, so from here I see that we can form a quadratic equation, right? So 21 minus 21 sin 2. So now I want to throw everything at the left hand side to the right hand side. So 21 sin minus 5. Okay. So this is the quadratic equation that I found. And then press your calculator and you will get 3 sin x minus 1 and 7 sin x plus 5 equal to 0. So that means sin x equal to 1 over 3, sin x equal to minus 5 over 7. So the reference angle here is this. Reference angle here will be, okay. So for this, it is positive. So that means add sugar to coffee. We want the answer in this quadrant. So now x will be equal to, the first quadrant will be 19.47, and then the second quadrant will be 180 minus. So we will get x equal to 19.47 and 160.53. So this is the first two answer that we get. For the right hand side, here will be negative. So that means add sugar to coffee, we want the third and the fourth quadrant. So that means our x will be, the third quadrant will be 180 plus 45.58. And then the fourth quadrant will be like this. So now we will get the third and the fourth answer. So these are the 4 answers that we get. So to do the answer checking, we have 2 things to do. The first thing is that we want to check whether these 4 answers are all in this range or not, 0 to 360. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, all of them are in this range. So now, second thing, we want to substitute these 4 values into this equation to see whether left hand side is equal to right hand side or not. it won't take a long period of time for you to key in those formula for every answer. No, because you only have to key in this equation in your calculator for once, and then you can just key in this for answer checking. So we can just do it like this. Okay, so we'll key in the left hand side equation first, which is 21 cos x squared. So cos 2x is actually equal to cos x squared. Okay, so how can we have this x like this? We just have to press alpha and this. Okay, and close it square. So now we press calculate to key in the value. So not the first value, the second value, the third value, and the last value. Okay, so this is for left hand side equation. So for right hand side equation, we just have to do the same thing. So key in the formula first and calculate the first value, calculate the second value, calculate the third value, and calculate the last value. So when I substitute these two values into this equation, left hand side I will get 18.7 and right hand side I will get 18.7. And if I substitute these two values into this equation, I will get 10.3 at left hand side and 10.3 at right hand side. So from here we can see that left hand side is equal to right hand side, left hand side is equal to right hand side. So that means our answer is correct. So let's see if our answer is wrong, what will happen when we're checking our answer. For example, the first value is 19.47. This answer came from the first quadrant. So if let's say I wrongly come out with the answer in third quadrant, that means my answer is 180 plus 19.47. This is my wrong answer. So we will get 199.47. So when I substitute this value into this equation, left hand side I will get 18.7, right hand side I will get 13.3. So we can see that left hand side is not equal to right hand side. That means this answer is wrong. So the last question is here. So this question is actually asking for simultaneous equation. So it's super easy. I already show you my working here. I don't want to waste your time, so you may refer to my working here. So the main thing I want to show you here is the answer checking method. The first thing you have to do is to check whether these three equations you form it correct or not. After you confirm that you form this equation correctly, then use your calculator to key in these two equations into your calculator. And then you would directly get these three answers. Alright, so in case you forget, I quickly show you how to key in the simultaneous equation into your calculator. So mod until you see equation, press 1. So how many unknowns? We have 3 unknowns, right? X, Y, and Z. So after you arrange your equation in the correct order, which is X, Y, Z number, so you just have to key in all those values accordingly to your calculator. So the first equation, 4x, 6y, 10z, followed by the number 1550. So the second equation, 1x, 1y, 1z, 250. The third equation, 10, 15, 20, and number. So you'll get x, y, and z. Okay? So don't waste your time during exam. If you can use the calculator to prove that you are correct, use it. And remember, when you key in these three equations into your calculator, you have to arrange your equation like this. X, Y, Z, a number. X, Y, Z, a number. X, Y, Z, a number. It shouldn't be like the first one X, Y, Z, the second one Y, X, Z, the third one Z, X, Y. Don't be like that. You have to make sure that arrangement are the same. X, Y, Z number, X, Y, Z number, X, Y, Z number. Okay? So next Saturday, I'll release a video, and then in that video, we'll do some challenging questions together as the last preparation before you sit for MSM. So don't worry, the sun will be with you, and I will do as much as I can to help you better cover your exam. Okay? So don't forget to smash the like button below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am the sun. 新年快乐!